Module 5, Thinking, Language, and Intelligence. Thinking and language. Cognitive psychology is a vast field that deals with mental processes such as thinking, problem-solving, memory, and language. It is essential to understanding how we perceive, learn, and interact with the world around us. One of the most significant aspects of cognitive psychology is language acquisition and its effect on thought processes. As we dive into the intricacies of language, it's intriguing to consider the innate language talents we possess and the developmental stages we go through. From infancy, our interaction with language is dynamic. We start by recognizing the sounds around us, which gradually form into words and sentences as we grow. This linguistic journey is underpinned by cognitive development that enables us to grasp the complexities of language. The process moves from simple to complex, recognizing phonemes, understanding words, and then the syntax and semantics that form our spoken and written communication. Framing is another cornerstone of cognitive psychology, particularly concerning decision-making and problem-solving. The presentation of information can shape our perceptions and choices, often subconsciously. For example, the impact of how risks are communicated can be profound. Describing the consequences of unhealthy behavior in absolute numbers can have a different psychological effect than when those same statistics are presented as percentages, even if the underlying risk is unchanged. This demonstrates how the framing of information can guide our cognitive evaluations and decisions. When we consider the biological basis of language, the brain's role becomes evident. Regions like Broca's and Wernicke's areas are vital for producing and understanding language, respectively. Damage to these areas can lead to aphasia, a disorder that affects the ability to communicate. In the case of Wernicke's aphasia, an individual may struggle to comprehend spoken language. They might produce speech that is fluent and grammatically correct, but lacks meaning or is irrelevant, reflecting the brain's integral role in processing language. The theory of linguistic determinism provides another fascinating perspective on the relationship between language and thought. It suggests that the language we speak influences our thought processes. This concept has led to debates within cognitive psychology, with some researchers arguing that linguistic structure can shape cognitive experiences of the world. In summary, cognitive psychology encompasses a range of topics that are deeply interconnected, from the stages of language acquisition to the framing of information and the neural underpinnings of language. These elements combine to form a complex picture of how our mental processes work, especially in relation to language and thought. Understanding this interplay is crucial for appreciating the full scope of cognitive psychology and its applications in understanding human behavior and problem-solving. Intelligence. Intelligence is a rich tapestry that encompasses a range of capabilities, from the ability to solve complex problems to the capacity to understand and navigate the nuances of social interactions. It's a field of study that addresses the essence of what it means to think, learn, and adapt. Let's explore this multifaceted construct by examining primary mental abilities, Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence. The principles of constructing intelligence tests, the heritability of intelligence, and the potential biases in intelligence assessment. At the core of intelligence are the primary mental abilities. These are the fundamental skills that contribute to more complex cognitive functions, including verbal comprehension, inductive reasoning, and spatial orientation. Picture these abilities as the individual threads that, when woven together, form the complex fabric of human cognition. Diving into Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence, we find it consists of three domains: analytical, creative, and practical intelligence. Analytical intelligence is what most education systems test for. It's the book smarts, the ability to process information, analyze it, and solve problems. Creative intelligence is our ability to deal with new situations using past experiences and current skills. It's the hallmark of those who think outside the box. Practical intelligence, on the other hand, is what some might call street smarts, the ability to read situations well and adapt to them. Let's consider an example. Suppose we have a character named Luis, who is adept at navigating complex social dynamics and managing a network of community projects. Luis exemplifies practical intelligence, as he can apply his knowledge in real-world contexts to achieve specific goals. When we talk about the principles of test construction, we're referring to the meticulous process that ensures a test measures what it's supposed to measure. A key principle here is content validity, the degree to which a test is representative of all aspects of the construct. For instance, if a driving test is designed to assess all the critical skills required for safe driving, it should have content validity. It's not just about having consistent results, reliability, or being standardized. It's about the test reflecting the actual skills needed for driving. The heritability of intelligence speaks to the degree to which genetic factors account for variance in intelligence within a population. It's a complex interplay between our genes and our environment, with neither being the sole determinant of intelligence. This genetic contribution to intelligence is a subject of ongoing research and debate. Addressing the question of bias, we must acknowledge that not all intelligence tests are created equal. Bias in testing can occur when a test does not account for the varied cultural or educational backgrounds of those taking it. Consider a hypothetical scenario where someone named Keiko, from an ethnic minority, takes a verbal aptitude test. If Keiko believes the test is biased against her cultural group, this belief could negatively influence her performance, regardless of her true ability. The challenge for test creators is to design assessments that are fair and culturally sensitive to all individuals. Our understanding of intelligence is continually evolving as we learn more about how people think, learn, and solve problems. It encompasses the individual strands of primary mental abilities, the diverse elements of Sternberg's intelligence theory, and the intricate process of developing fair and valid tests. As we consider the role of genetics and the impact of potential biases, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of human intellect. Intelligence is not just about the scores on a test. It's about the vast and varied ways in which we engage with and understand the world around us.